Good morning, beloveds. I came in to play with the kittens for a little bit, and there's some championship wrestling going on in here. I am not needed, but it is highly entertaining to watch. I caught a couple of videos, so if you follow, if you're friends with me on Facebook, then I will be posting them because oh my goodness, they're silly. The funny thing is when they're wrestling, it's utterly silent until they get a little, and then Gio starts to complain, and Gio's like, "No." So Dante's up to 5 pounds, and Gio is almost 4.5. So Dante is definitely the bigger of the two. So, but Gio talks more, so who knows? It's really funny to watch them bite each other's paws. Okay. And then what we like to call it a rabbit kick. They kick each other in the head. Yeah, you may be able to hear that. I don't know. All right, but that is not what we are here for. We are here to do living the science of mind. Fortunately, we have a very short article. Tomorrow is a much longer article, so that should be interesting to do with them in here. But tomorrow is also let them out day. All right, Dante, you better. Okay, I don't know if Dante's being mean or Gio's just complaining. So, because it could be either. Okay, so living the science of mind. Let's do the housekeeping. All the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. Constant contact, email, info@creativelife.org. You get one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month. The only reason you would get something, more than one, is if something happens. I.e., we got a memorandum. No, what is that word he uses? One of our members passed, so we got that notification. We also live in hurricane country. But the hot links in the email are hot. So it says click here now, take you right to the information you want. And it's a blind CC, which means nobody's going to get your email from us. So don't worry about that. The last thing I want to mention, I just realized I don't have my, hang on. Ooh. Okay, hopefully that didn't change the sound, or maybe it did. I don't know. Last thing is the social medias. That's what I was trying to do. In the social medias, we do not monetize the social medias. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to go like, subscribe, follow, share, comment. So based on which platform you're on, with the pages, follow, comment, like, or follow, like, and I think you can share the pages too. But subscribe, because like on a couple of them, if you subscribe and allow notifications, it'll tell you when we upload new videos. Now, the other one, engage with the individual posts. So that's where you react to the post, comment on the post, or share the post. We think we have good tools to share, and we appreciate you helping us spread the message. Okay, all right. Now, there was an at-home course at the back of the Science of Mind magazine. They finally did bind it into 6 books because it was 48 weeks. They'd send you a lesson a week for 48 weeks. Now, my pet theory, and that's where all but 2 of these essays come from. The irony is they don't tell you which 2 didn't come from my pet theory is that people had questions, and this is how Ernest answered their questions. And then they ended up binding it into a book. I don't know that I want you eating that. I brought them paper from the Chewy box, and they have proceeded to tear it up, and he was eating a scrap of it, and I don't want him swallowing it. Yes, it's good fiber, but okay. So people had questions, and that's what this book is so good at answering, is those questions. And I like today's title because it is a conversation that we have to have on a regular basis. Do not deny the physical. when we do treatments, we are not denying that this is the experience that you are having. We are simply saying that this is not the truth of you. Whatever it is that you are going through, that is not the spiritual truth of you. It is the physical experience that you are having. It's the material experience that you are having, but it is not the spiritual truth of you. And it's important to make that distinction, because when we treat, we're not going to treat about your condition. We're going to treat about the spiritual truth of you. And it's extremely important to remember that, because we don't do begging and pleading prayers. We affirm what is. And what is the spiritual truth of you? That you are, a divine expression, a beloved divine expression. You are spirit having an experience of itself. And if you look at nature trends towards life. And nature trends towards abundance. And so that is the truth of you. Now, humans, we've made a mess of that. The only power that there is, we can misuse it, and frequently do. So, hence, I think, why we have an article called Do Not Deny the Physical. But I should probably read the article and see what it's actually about. I'm just talking from experience at this point because, I've been in science of mind a long time. Sometimes when I go back and look at it, I'm like, whoo, I've been in science of mind for 20 years. I appreciate the people who grew up in science of mind, and a couple of my Sunday school kids who are now adults and having kids of their own, they grew up in this, and they take the world on a different level. So, okay, do not deny the physical. In spiritual mind healing, we do not deny that the patient has a stomach, lungs, arms, etc. We affirm that they are ideas of the divine mind, that they are spiritual substance. The only thing we deny is a material sense of the physical body. The spiritual body is in divine mind and is pure spirit. The practitioner... Oh, hang on. I was looking at that angle and I was like, you know what? That angle's a little much. So, okay, hang on. Where was I? The practitioner does not deny the body. They affirm that the body is a combination of divine ideas, that right action takes place in every organ. They supply the material sense with an opposite spiritual realization. Oh, that's really good. I like the first line, but they supply the material sense with an opposite spiritual realization. That's a really good line. The body is the sum total of the divine ideas, and all divine ideas are eternal, universal, and perfect. And remember that perfect means whole, all-inclusive. It does not mean flawless, okay? I know perfect is a trigger word for some people, including it used to be one of mine. So I wanted to mention that. Okay. Therefore, God or spirit is the life of the real body and the essence of it. Oh, there are whiskers on my ankle. Okay, sorry. Therefore, God or spirit is the life of the real body and the essence of it. We must be careful to tell our patients not to condemn the human body, certainly never to deny its reality or the reality of any of its organs or functions. There is nothing wrong with the sum total of the divine ideas which make up the real body, which is spiritual. Every organ and every function of the human body has a universal prototype behind it. It is an idea in the mind of God and a perfect idea. Okay, so right here is where you want to see Amit Goswami. Amit Goswami is a nuclear physicist. Like, he's big time high science, dude. So why it's important is because he wants to blend quantum physics with healing. Okay. He wrote a book called The Quantum Doctor, and that's exactly what it is about. And that's what he talks about. Ernest calls it the universal prototype. Amit Goswami says that we have 5 bodies. He calls it the gross body. Okay, physics means the material body. I mean, I grew up in the 80s. Gross means something different to me, so I don't tend to use it. But he says we have the gross body, the mental body, the supramental body, the emotional body, which I can never remember the name of, and then we have the bliss body. The bliss body is God's idea of the body. That one is perfect. And so what we do in science of mind, in the treatments and in the meditation, is we go back and look at the blueprints. We go back and look at the bliss body, and we bring that idea into the material form. That's how healing works. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely adored that class. Dr. Goswami is very interesting. And I took, I think, 2 of his classes, maybe even 3. No, I think I only took 2 of his classes. But they were so good, and that one was my favorite from that point. And there it is. There's Ernest telling you every organ has a universal prototype. Everything. So there is a perfectly functioning idea of whatever it is in your life that is not going well. And one of the ways, notice I said one of the ways that you can go to that to help support that is to go back and occasionally look at the blueprint. Look at the universal prototype. Okay? It is an idea in the mind of God, and a perfect idea. To dwell morbidly on any organ or function of the body is to condemn it, to retard its actions, to congest its movements, to impede the circulation through it. And of course, wherever the circulation is impeded, the elimination is also impaired. We must know that there is a divine circulation, perfect assimilation, and right elimination. The function of the body is not something apart from God, but is something within God. We must learn to love all of these functions as being attributes of spirit and to sense the divine universal harmony underlying it. God, I wish I had read this one last night or yesterday. It's simply because that line right there. The function of the body is not something apart from God, but is something within God. When we are treating, we are not treating to get something from God, because it's all in God. It's already God. So all of these functions are not apart from God. They're within God. And God has, Spirit has, the perfect idea of how they should function. And for whatever reason, and I don't take this as blaming, we've gotten in the way of that, by the choices that we have made, because we didn't understand. We have done it out of ignorance. So now that we know better, we'll do better. And that is all we can do. Now that we know better, we can do better. So science of mind does not deny the physical. We acknowledge that we are having an experience of, but it is not the spiritual truth of us. I put the book down to keep the cats from, because I wanted to go back to that one line, because it was so good. Not that one. The function of the body is not something apart from God, but is something within God. So the practitioner supplies the material sense with the opposite spiritual realization. That is such a fantastic line. Such a fantastic line. All right, beloveds. We don't deny the physical. What we do is reveal the spiritual truth. And the spiritual truth of you is perfect, whole, complete, eternal, and universal. So, okay. They're noisy. Sorry about that. Come here. Come out of the paper. Say hi. Say hi. This is Gio. I don't know if how long he's going to let me hold him. Well, what I am going to do is encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, and a amazing day. A take care of business day. A let's wrap this week up day. A please have as much fun as kittens playing with packing paper day. A cuddle your fur babies day. A stay out of the heat day. A oh well it's raining day, so go dance in the rain day. A drink plenty of water day. A stay out of direct sunlight between 10 and 2 day. A take every opportunity to do something amazing day, like cuddle your fur baby. I know I already said that. That was Dante. A do something fun for yourself day. A take care of yourself day. A take a break day. A have a good laugh day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, because sometimes it is, although that is really hard when there are kittens wrestling at your feet, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You're a beloved expression of the divine. You're a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. It's all the divine knows. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around, I'm not sure, tomorrow. I get to go to the park, and we do have a longer one, so it may be closer to 9:30. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. Whatever time I do it, I will do it, and I will do it in the morning. So, take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.